This might be the biggest scam in America. Is it about insurance? Because
What's your guys'
that
affiliation?
is the
My name's
biggest
Nick.
scam in America, in my opinion. Insurance, definitely. But let's see what they got to say.
Shirley,
Yeah,
could you live inside a P.O. box?
Like in California, they do not want you to show your ID.
They don't want you to show your ID?
They don't want you to show your ID. You don't need to. All you have to do is sign the paper.
All right, so they won't even speak to us.
This is about voting.
Do you know Gloria? She's 100 years old. She voted last election here. She's supposed to live in one of these P.O. boxes.
So you have people who are
She's
said
supposed
to
to
be
live in a P.O. box.
126 years old voting. Then you go to that house and the person's 80 years old. But they
I don't think it'd be considered the biggest scam. Maybe the biggest fraud in America. I don't know. But the biggest scam would be insurance and tax.
voted in 55 elections.
Sir, have you ever met like a Gloria or anything? She's supposed to live in one of these P.O. boxes. She voted. No.
Nick Shirley, the self-described
Asking rhetorical questions as if it's like a super serious thing, and this guy's like, no.
independent
funny.
YouTube journalist whose video on fraud in Minnesota helped spark a federal crackdown, now setting his sights on California. But Governor Gavin Newsom is fighting back at some of the claims.
It's not a problem if someone is registered here to receive their ballot, but if this is their primary residence, that is a problem. And that's what the case is for all these people right here.
And it's an illegal
Right.
registration based on state law.
Children living in tents in Skid Row. What is that all about?
I saved a kid
seen
and his
this guy
mom
before.
who were
Oh, that's the
homeless.
guy at the
They've been
show.
homeless for about 10 days or so on Skid Row. I put him in a hotel, put it on my social media saying, this is happening. And within a few days, we got the kid out of the streets and
going on
into
there?
a shelter where he's now enrolled into school. Meanwhile, there's NGOs that receive millions of dollars inside of Skid Row, and they left the kid and his mom all alone.
Wow, so yeah, right here we're in the heart of Skid
Separating families, or what is that about? I don't get it. So left them on all
Row
alone.
right here. Looks like, look at this. We got people out here like crazy.
Yeah, it's just like an open air. Like everyone here kicks
It's
it. Like
crazy.
most of the people right here, they're all doing drugs.
This is like a
They're stuck in a mindset of I'm going to do drugs and then die, because that's all there is to life. So that's why they live the way they live. And unfortunately for them, they're going to stay like that until they change their mindset.
legit single mother trying to care for her kids, living in a tent.
Yes.
Skid Row.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of homeless people, maybe it happens to them for a week or it happens to them for 2 weeks. They get kicked out of a house. They need to get put back on their feet. And so then they become homeless, but they have these kids. And these kids should be like the #1 priority for a state.
We actually have a homeless person there too.
Oh,
See that?
there's actually somebody sleeping here right now. Hello?
I thought he was dead.
You all right? Yeah. And so there is a homeless man who's sleeping right next to the daycare.
From everyone I talked to in California, they're like, this is not what California was. That's why people are so upset about it.
It's not what it was. I mean, people went there looking to work, looking for gold, looking to mine, looking to build. But now they're all trying to live off of the builders of the past, I guess you could say.
Because now you have these people hooked on fentanyl, they're doing drugs, and then you have a state that continues to give billions and billions of money, but it just gets worse and worse.
Where are they giving it, though? To their own pockets? Because I've never heard anything good about where California money goes.
This homeless industrial complex that they've created inside of California, well, if we receive more money, why would we stop the solution? Because then we stop receiving more money.
It's all they care about is the money. They want people to feel sorry for them about, oh, look how bad we have it here. We've got to fix this. We've got to save the fish in the river. We got to divert the river for one fish. We got to protect the butterflies in the ditch line. Don't cross into the ditch. They got so many wild ideas of ways to spend money, and oh, we need money for this and money for that, and they got money for homeless people to, rehabilitate them and teach them to move along or get a job or help contribute. Like, gotta contribute somehow. If you're gonna be living on the street.
Wait, so people are opening shelters?
Yes, I have another video coming out that I haven't posted yet. And in that video, we kind of investigate the homeless industrial complex. And these a lot of these NGOs, they go up and buy these hotels or they buy these apartment complexes. And a lot of times they're actually not even housing homeless people. They're housing low-income individuals that are then on Section 8.
And they leave the homeless people on the street.
And so then the NGOs then continue to receive money from the government who pay the Section 8.
I own 153 Section 8 rental properties that generate me over $200,000 a month in guaranteed income every single month.
So this is
Wow.
a big business.
Big business.
There's like nothing in this country.
So I was wrong when at the start of it. It's not about voting. It's just about misuse of taxpayer-funded funds given to California.
That makes a damn bit of sense anymore.
It's like the suicidal empathy that's killing the country.
Currently uncovering millions in dollars of fraud in California for fake hospice care facilities.
These NGOs are literally just becoming these mega enterprises that are receiving millions and millions of dollars. I mean, some NGOs, their assets are upwards of $500 million.
$500 million?
Another Tesla, Audi.
That's
Must be
wild.
very lucrative because a lot of these businesses, these doors right here have
All at this hotel, and all these people are in these nice, super nice cars. That's crazy. That's crazy talk right there, because if they can afford those cars, they can afford to live somewhere other than being funded by a government paying tax money.
nothing on them. All the blinds are churned out. Received 1.3
I mean, in defense, I close all my blinds whenever I stay somewhere like that too.
million, yet there's absolutely nothing inside.
The most valuable thing to somebody over the age of 65 is their Medicare beneficiary number. And that's even more
And then that continues to pay somebody once they're gone.
valuable to a fraudster than a credit card. Like,
Right.
get the medical beneficiary
Exactly.
numbers, then they can just bill people without them even knowing. And the thing with the fraud is they want to make it so big and so complex that it's hard to actually crack down on.
Right. Just the sheer number of the amount of people, it's like throwing a pebble into a river and expecting it to slow it down.
And so when you have that much money going out to these locations, going out to these hospices, going out to these home health cares, it makes it very hard to crack down on. People don't realize how bad it is until
Oh,
the web's
we
so
do.
deep at that.
We talk about it all the time. We mention it, but we just get told how what's the word? It's slipping my mind. Basically how, like, not unemotional. What is the word for it? Anyways, there's a word. Basically lack of caring, but it's not that we don't care. It's just like, who are you going to show more care about? The people who don't want to help themselves or the people that do?
That point. Let's just figure this out, because this is costing everyone so much money. Our quality of life is actually not getting better, and we're just seeing a lot of these politicians, these NGOs enrich themselves. Meanwhile, we're still doing our day-to-day, working hard, paying taxes. Fraudsters, they're on high alert. Protesters are on.
I don't know why they're on high alert. If they're being fraudsters, they're just going to move their fraud business somewhere else. You're going to have to shut them down. Like, shut them down. Like, put them somewhere, not allow them to redo this again.
On high alert too. It's just now harder for me to like move around in the United States, like go film a video. I'm just one man
Oh,
going
'cause
out
they
and
see
doing
him
it.
coming.
Like, okay, answer the question. If you have nothing to hide, just answer.
I think if he's obviously done his research. If the information was more readily available to other people, there'd be a lot of people going out and confronting this stuff going on about it.
Answer the question.
Yeah. So, like I said, if we all had access, we could all, if they could all, somebody would. There's plenty of people that would go confront these people about the frauds and scams, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily the biggest scam. I'd say taxes and insurance is, but it's right up there with it because it's using tax money. So maybe one of the biggest frauds